Okay, so next thing I wanted to chat about with making floaters and stuff. So we've used a bunch of primitives, right? We've used spheres and boxes and things like that. Um, there's also an extended primitive section, if you guys are not familiar. Under the geometry section, if you click on standard primitives, underneath that there's extended primitives. And most of them are pretty bananas, crazy, hoses and shit. But the best one that I like is Capsule, and this is one of my favorite little floaters as well. Capsule is just a long sphere. Um, so it's just this. It's just a cylinder with rounded edges. So I rotate this guy at a 90 degree, and I'm going to do the same thing that we kind of did with the sphere. So um, instead of the capsules don't have like a hemisphere setting, but they do have a slice on section. So if you go into slice on, and then you could do a slice from, just type in 180 degrees in there, and you'll get half a capsule. Oh, 180, not just 80. And then rotate that so it's facing upward. So this is really the same little floater that we just made. It's just longer. So same idea. Convert it to an editable poly. Delete those flat faces. Flip them normals. Now, the one thing with this one, I guess it really doesn't matter that much, but if you select these edges and shift extrude them, you will get a really funky looking one because the shape is so long. These edges are really just meant there for you to have something to chamfer from, so don't worry about them being super even, so I just kind of scale them out. I just kind of eyeball them after. Now, the one shitty thing about, actually I take that back, don't extrude that yet. The one shitty thing about a capsule is it cuts the sphere points are at this end, so I'll never be able to chamfer this the way it is right now. So I usually extrude mine upwards first, just give it a little bit of an edge, and then extrude it out flatwards, so that way I have something to chamfer properly. So upwards, and then out. And then chamfer that, just like I did with the sphere. And then turbo smooth. And the way I like using this guy, typically, is I like them to be really thin and really long. And I like using a bunch of them together. So that way you get like some cool you get like locker slits or whatever if you're making like little metal cutouts of things, right? I just really like these long, simple kind of floaters. They're again nothing too complicated, but they get a nice look. Okay, so that's just a quick one with the capsule.